Halo Infinite. Every cosmetic so far. Hi, my name's SD Dog. With the release of Infinite only mere months away, let's take a look at every multiplayer DLC we know of so far, as these cosmetics will appear in-game on day one of Infinite's launch. In this video, we will be compiling an exhaustive list of all types of coatings, emblems, and weapon charms that have been promised for Halo Infinite as of publishing this video. I also have a companion list on Halo Waypoint that I have been curating with the community for the past several months, which I will put a link in the description for. So this video is more or less a visual translation of that list. Furthermore, for the sake of time, I won't be covering how to attain all of these cosmetics. I will only be creating a list of every item we know of so far. However, if you do want to find out how to earn what you can before day one, there is a very resourceful Google document that I found online that gives you such information, which I will also put a link in the description for. But back to the main topic. Halo Infinite's in-game cosmetics have appeared in promotions with food and toy brands, and some of them are even earnable. But please keep in mind that at this point in time, many promotions that grant cosmetics are now expired, and you might be disappointed in your own search. My last video that I uploaded actually provides some criticisms about this. You can check that out if you want. Now, without further ado, let's jump right into it. To make it easier for my own editing, I will be categorizing everything into three separate groups, which are promotional, meaning that the DLC is tied to a food or toy brand that you can purchase in real life. Earnable, meaning that these items will be tied to things that you do in-game. And unknown, meaning that as of right now, there just hasn't been information given on how to attain certain items. Also, the numbering is in no particular order, so don't look too deep into that. Let's first tackle promotional, since this is where the bulk of the DLC comes from. The first group of items we'll talk about is Monster Energy's promotion that grants the Adrenal weapon coatings. As you can see, these green and black colors will appear on the MA40 assault rifle, the BR75, the new VK78 commando rifle, and the new MK50 sidekick pistol. Notice that this image for the MK50 was made before the recently confirmed redesign, so the coating will most certainly look different on the pistol in-game. On top of these skins, we are also promised a couple of player emblems in this promotion, that being the Phalanx and Xiphos player/weapon emblems. Number 2. The next group of items we'll talk about come from the Halo-themed Nerf guns we saw a while back. If you bought an MA40 Nerf gun, then the code inside grants you a weapon skin and charm for your in-game MA40 assault rifle. The same logic applies for the SG Bulldog Nerf gun, as it also gives you a weapon skin and charm for your in-game Bulldog. If I were to guess, since there are no screenshots for these items as of yet, perhaps the coatings will look either identical or similar in color scheme that are on the toys themselves. Finally, the Brute Mangler Nerf gun gives you a code that grants you a themed weapon charm and emblem. The difference here being that it does not give you a skin like the previous two items. I think it's also interesting to note that with this one, it doesn't say if this charm and emblem are for the Mangler, whereas the assault rifle and shotgun both have their own respective coatings for their own weapons. So what I derive from this information is the possibility that we won't be able to customize Banished or Covenant weapons in multiplayer, which would kind of be a bummer, especially considering customization was restricted only to a limited amount of UNSC weapons in Halo 5. Then again, we also received customization options for Covenant weapons and vehicles in MCC's most recent seasons. So I guess anything could really happen at this point. Either way, it's something to chew on for now. Number 3, next up we have GameStop's promotion that grants the Red Shift armor coating. Nothing much else to say here. Moving on. But speaking of armor coatings, we also have the Halo Infinite Funko Pop promotion, and out of the 6 figures that were debuted, there is only one that comes with a code inside, and that is the Spartan Mark 7 with commando rifle Funko decoration. The code inside grants a Funko armor coating and emblem. And while we don't have an image of the cosmetics, one could assume that the armor coating is probably identical to the blue and yellow coloring scheme on the figure itself. Number 5, the next promotion that we're discussing is Mondelez, also known as the parent company of Oreo, Chips Ahoy, etc. That gave away the Granular and Monarch armor coating, along with the Delta Diamond armor emblem and player emblem, and the Oscillation armor emblem and player emblem. And just a quick side note, if we're keeping track now, that makes 3 different types of emblems that are confirmed to be an Infinite: weapon, armor, and player emblems. The first 2 seem pretty self-explanatory, emblems that appear on your weapon or on your armor. But if I were to speculate about player emblems, they appear to be akin to the nameplates that we see in MCC and also the system we had in Halo 5. Number 6. Next up is the Kellogg/Kroger promotion that gave out the Azure Warthog vehicle coating. This is the only image we have of a vehicle coating that will appear in-game so far. Number 7 is the Butterfinger promotion that strictly gave out emblems, and these are Decipher, Azimuth, Ash Risen, and Draco player emblems. Next up, with number 8, we have the Mega Construx promotional toys that have a slew of cosmetics, but unfortunately there are no in-game screenshots for the items as of yet. However, if you buy the Energy Sword set, the code inside grants you a Mega Construx weapon charm. The pricier but absolutely dope Pelican Inbound set gives you a Mega Construx vehicle coating. The Mega Construx Halo UNSC Marine Platoon Pack construction set gives a Mega Construx emblem, and finally, the Warthog Rally set grants a Mega Construx coating. Oddly enough, it wasn't specified what type of coating. Perhaps it is a weapon skin, if I were to guess, but we'll see soon enough. And finally, we'll round out the category with another toy promotion that 343 did with Jazwares, also known as Wicked Cool Toys. Specifically, if you buy just one of the figures from the first wave of the Spartan Collection action figure line, there is a code inside for a Wicked Cool Toys armor coating. Similarly, if you buy just one of the figures from the smaller World of Halo line, the code inside grants you a Wicked Cool Toys emblem. Finally, we have the Energy Sword roleplay weapon that grants a Wicked Cool Toys vehicle coating. And just like many others, there is no image of these cosmetics just yet. Also, unfortunately, there's not even much of an indication what these might look like in game based off of the look of the toys, kind of how we inferred previously with the Nerf and Funko promotional material. However, that rounds out the category. The next category we'll move into is earnable. Number 1 is the Watchdog armor and weapon coating. These are earnable by achieving max rank in Halo 5. Those who reach Spartan rank 152 will receive these awards day 1 in Infinite. However, it is unclear if you have to hit max rank before launch or if you can earn these at any time after launch. That has yet to be clarified. Regardless, good luck to anyone on the insane grind. Insane. Number 2, the only other earnable cosmetic we know of so far is the Ice Unicorn AR weapon coating and or player emblem. However, unlike the Watchdog rewards, these will not be transferable from Halo 5 if you earn them there. This was recently confirmed in a Halo community playdate by 343 employee Snickerdoodle. When asked on livestream if Halo 5's Ice Unicorn rewards will carry over to Infinite, she replied,
and before people ask, will that carry over to Infinite? The answer is no. You'll have to re-earn it.
This means there will be Halo Infinite playdates where the community can earn these cosmetics by matching with 343 employees in-game. And based off of this confirmation, I think it's also safe to assume that the Fire Unicorn rewards will return in Infinite. And those you get if you are featured in a Halo community update on Waypoint. However, this is of course speculative and not 100% confirmed, so take it with a grain of salt. Finally, let's discuss the unknown category, as we do not know how to get these cosmetics just yet. Coincidentally, they are all armor coatings that were announced in late 2020, being number 1, the Scorpion Punch armor coating. Number 2, the Splinter Desert armor coating. And number 3, the Noble Defender armor coating. When more information comes in on how to earn these, I will be covering that on this channel, so be sure to stay tuned. But that about sums up every piece and type of in-game cosmetic that we know to be in Infinite so far. If you found this video informative in any way, hitting that like button is much appreciated, and it goes a long way. If you like this type of content, please subscribe, as I will continue to focus on Halo-related content in the future. And if you have anything to say about cosmetics or just about Infinite in general, feel free to hit up the comment section down below. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next video.